taste and smell are the only two senses connected to the limbic system of the brain, and the limbic system of the brain is responsible for emotion and memory. And if you think about it, advertising and marketing is all about affecting people's emotion. It's all about creating memories, and we want to affect the consumer behavior by affecting their emotion, by creating memory of the product.
Stephan Child. I'm a photographer and I specialize in commercial and editorial work, and one of the long-term projects that I do talks about poverty around the world, and it's called the Poverty Line. My background is I was in mountaineering. I climbed to the top of Mount Everest when I was 25. And what I learned from mountaineering is very simple, is if you don't do it, you will never get there. The whole philosophy about mountaineering is you will fall and you will fail, and sometimes you turn back. In fact, one of the biggest survival instincts in mountaineering is knowing when to turn back. So whatever we do is not success focused, even though we prepare as much as we can. And I think the biggest mistake for a lot of creative people is realizing that what we do is too important to take risk, but we are basically in the business of creating ideas, of exploring the curiosity in the deeper part of our minds.
My name is Tolas. I'm a chemist working in between science, commercial and research and creativity. In other words, I call myself a professional in-betweener because there are smells everywhere. There's a whole world to smell and a whole world to educate how to smell. So how can you limit yourself till just one profession or one discipline? Focus in my work is not to cover up reality. It's rather to show the reality I live in and we live in, by using the same expertise that normally would cover it up. I track invisible realities, micro level of life. Like you make a snapshot of me with your camera, I make a snapshot of you with my device. I think that's the quintessence of what I do. When I started to integrate the nose, I also see different, I hear different, I touch different, I speak different. Sometimes I go to a meeting, I just smell and say, look, let's move it to next week. I'm understanding in the context of emotion, which the ability to smell have, two synapses to trigger emotional memory in the brain. It's the quickest, yeah? Image go to rendering part of the brain, and then, and then subconsciousness. So it's much slower processing. So these are facts, here we are. Yeah, so the nose knows everything long before eyes ever start the process. It's a dimension that can be very interesting looking into in marketing. Like that's what I do with Adidas, for example. I have a new material launched on the market, the shoe is on display. You walk around, you see another shoe, yeah? Who cares, yeah? But that shoe emits a smell, yeah? The molecule comes from the new material that just introduced in only this shoe. So you pass by, oh, nice shoe, oh, there's something else going on there. And then you go back and then you started to get curious about the shoe beyond the way it looks, yeah? So that's how I would approach something that has to do with marketing, yeah? Beyond, and I don't believe in neuromarketing, not at all. I don't believe in fooling people around, yeah? I believe in smell as information. So these are the two main aspects of my work. Replication, simulation, smell coding, yeah? So with those two kind of direction, there's endless things to be done, yeah? And the smell coding is everything from giving an experience on a smell, yeah? Like you're in a space shuttle with Richard Branson, you look down on Earth and you release a smell molecule, oh wow. And whenever you break, the molecule later in life, you say, oh, that moment, yeah? So the efficiency of smell and memory is immense.
My name is is Jesko von den Steinen. I am a creative strategist, but my real job is an actor for the House of Dancing Water. So this idea of authenticity that we know is a strong buzzword right now. Well, first of all, authenticity, the joke is you can't fake it. No matter what play I do or what script you have or what the project is, you have to find a way why is it important to you? Why is it vital to you to be on stage? And if you find that what's vital to you to be on stage, then you will have this dynamic presence on stage. If you don't find what's vital to you, well, you're just collecting a paycheck. And the audience sees through that right away. The audience is dumb sometimes, but they're not stupid. They may not right away see the internal workings of what's going on or what the cliche that you're serving them, but they'll smell it, and they won't want to follow you. And I think that also exists very much in the advertising world. True campaigns, really good campaigns, are when companies know their essence and know what they're about, and we can, as advertisers, serve that in a unique manner. And what we have to say has value and has resonance. If we were just being a Me Too campaign or Me Too brand, and there's no fundamental core resonance of what we're doing and why we're doing it, then you're just creating fluff.
I run the Fabric Lab, which is a material consultancy. I'm trained as a weaver at Central St Martin's, so I was really curious about how you can really control every single element on a piece of textiles, because you can really insert different fibres after different roles. You can arrange it yourself, and so that really bring me into the sensitivity of how we can really develop a bespoke piece of material. What is being dominating at the moment, for example, we are so honed into the idea of the tablets, iPads, iPhone, and lost communication between humans. And a lot of time we go back to nature to find the answer to help us. So it's really contradicting. So I really want to bring this whole experience into one through textiles. The methodology of making has to be human as well, so that's also brought me into working with ethnic minorities in search of heritage and craft.
My name's Adrian David Child. I'm a professor at City University London, and also now I'm also director of a lab, Imagineering Institute in Malaysia. The vision is invent the future of internet. Some of the demos we've made on multi-sensory internet, where you can touch, taste and smell through the internet in the future. So we showed a device called Ring You. You can squeeze your ring on your finger and it connects to your mobile phone, and your friend anywhere in the world will feel a squeeze on their finger. So it's interactive haptic rings. We also showed some pajama. You can hug your children through the internet. We also showed a Kissenger. It's a kiss messenger, and you attach it to your smartphone, and so you can make a video call with someone, but then you can kiss them at the same time. Measures the pressure of your lips and the pressure of your partner's lips, and interactively has a bi-directional control loop through the internet. When we can digitize the taste, digitize smell, we can send the signal through the internet, because chemicals can't be sent through internet, chemicals can't be sent through radio waves. So we're now working very actively on electrical system that you can attach to your taste and nose to stimulate the olfactory and gustatory receptors. So then you can have taste and smell through the internet. We can use taste and smell in new kinds of advertising. So for example, last year, the device that we've been working on was used by a company called Oscar Mayer in USA. They sell cheese and ham and bacon, this kind of thing. So they made a device called Wake Up and Smell the Bacon, and you attach it to your smartphone, and then instead of a horrible alarm clock with a ringing sound, it emits the smell of bacon with the sound of the sizzling bacon. It was a very successful campaign. They also put a video of this on YouTube, and they had millions of views in a few weeks. And if you bought the bacon, you could apply to win the device. So you can see already companies are starting to use scent as part of the marketing, part of the advertising, and it's very important in terms of affecting emotion, affecting behaviour. One of the researchers in my lab is a neuroscientist and marketer, and she's done studies to show that smell actually affects the neurons in our brain and affects those parts of the brain that are responsible for decision making. That smell and taste can affect consumer behaviour. So I think critical that marketeers and advertising industry really think about using this new technology.